If you paid 100,000 shillings for a hotel room, upcountry, in June this year, today you will pay 118,000 shillings. If you have a large number to pay for, then your bill will inevitably be bigger. If you're a tourist sleeping in Mwea Safari Lodge, a standard room will cost you $44 more than usually. The reason? The new 18% VAT charged on hotels. Under normal circumstances, any tax increment should be passed on to the consumers. But for the tour operators, the economics this time round is not that obvious.
Now, because of introduction of VAT, the guys that had already booked accommodations in Marsden Falls Conservation Area have cancelled,
where all of those accommodations were already sold prior to the end of last year. So a year in advance it was already booked out, and bookings were made related to those. Currently we've had Hong Kong tour operators drop that trip.
I have got 3 written cancellations from German operators to publicize Uganda in their brochures. Now this has huge impact, not really just because of the VAT position on the country, the new taxation, but also because of the way that we're conducting ourselves and trying to do this. So these sudden surprises have really negatively impacted on the way that we conduct business and try and participate in marketing ourselves in an international market to a high-end guest.
2 issues arise here. 1, the international tourists are very sensitive to price rises, especially since the global economic crisis. 2, the tax application was too sudden for the market. For this reason, the operators are calling for a delay in application of the new tax.
At least at the end of this financial year, we inform our suppliers in time and tell them that the government will introduce VAT on accommodation on upcountry hotels. Remember, even now, the Kampala hotels will pay VAT. We didn't complain because we were told in time.
The tour operators are willing to petition until the president on this one. But if government doesn't budge, they promise that people will lose jobs in this industry, and up to $6.5 million in revenue will be lost in the first 6 months of this financial year alone due to cancellations. Is it possible that government needs to understand the dynamics of certain sectors, especially those with price sensitivities, before they raise taxes? Samuel Setumba, NTV Business.